Thank goodness you're here. Our research team has discovered that Amon is moving his troops across the sector via warp conduit. The conduits cannot be destroyed, but the shuttles can. They must be stopped before they reach the warp conduits and escape. Amon has activated the central warp conduit. Be prepared to prevent the shuttles from escaping.
Terran forces in opposition. Ally space under assault.
Let's go. SCV ready.
Ally space under assault.
Bad news.
Ally space under assault. Regeneration. Healing in progress.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Hostile organisms approaching. Must secure perimeter.
Is ready for spawning.
More minerals required. Allied forces in combat. Ally space under assault. Ally space under assault.
We share your structure for a time, yes?
Allied forces in combat. Hive cluster targeted for attack. Eliminate incoming enemies. SCVs. Allied forces in combat. Allied forces in combat.
The Alexander is ready for use.
Swarm forces under attack.
Will do. Red butter pie biscuit. What's going on?
Several shuttles are en route to the central warp conduit. Your objective is to eliminate them.
Allied forces in combat.
Go ahead. Yeah, whatever.
Operational.
What's going on?
Allied forces in combat.
Bandit.
Ally space under assault.
SCV ready.
Enemy forces approaching. Defense required.
A wave of shuttles has been shot down.
Escape was never an option for them.
Allied forces in combat. Additional Vespene gas required.
The Zelnaga shrines nearby are reacting to Amon's armies. Researching them may provide useful intel, but we will need an escort. Our research vessel is ready. We're moving out now.
Allied forces in combat.
Bad news.
Swarm forces under attack.
Ah, cloaked humans. Very clever.
Allied forces
Deploy on
in combat.
We're detecting your main objective. A wave of shuttles inbound on an active conduit.
Target in transit. Will pursue. Allies base under assault. Allied forces in combat.
SC2 ready.
Enemy inbound. Must defend Hive cluster.
Infestation does have its strengths, you know.
Scans confirm the shuttle's destruction.
Evasion unsuccessful. Poor planning. Forces under attack.
Our scans are finished. Science owes you a great debt, Commanders.
Defense successful.
It seems our foes intend to attack us directly.
In combat.
Bad news.
Command unacceptable.
What's going on?
Must spawn more overlords. Allied mutations complete. Combat. Sequences.
A wave of
spawn.
shuttles is making its way to an active warp conduit.
Objective attempting escape. Will intercept.
In the rear. Go ahead. What's going on? Good job.
Allied forces in combat. Mutation complete. Hive cluster under direct assault.
SCV ready.
It seems my structure requires more infestation.
Swarm forces under attack.
What's going on?
Enemy forces are moving toward our base.
Allied forces in combat.
Shuttles eliminated, Commanders.
They picked the wrong fight.
Swarm forces under attack.
The Alexander is prepared for launch.
Sequences spun.
Research vessel ready. Let's get a team to that shrine.
Forces in combat. Sequences spun. Allied forces in combat. Allied forces under attack.
It appears that 2 warp conduits are active. Multiple waves of shuttles are in transit.
Regeneration commencing. Will heal armies. Allied forces in combat. Mutation complete. Allied forces in combat. Enemy attack imminent. Prepare defenses. Swarm forces in combat.
The shuttles are no more.
Destruction confirmed. Enemy loss severe. Combat. Swarm forces under attack.
Scan complete. Thank you for your help. They would have been lost without you.
The objective stands, and our enemies fall.
Allied forces in combat. Allied forces in combat. Mineral quantity.
Another warp conduit has been activated. A wave of shuttles is headed toward it.
My forces will see to its demise.
Sequences spun. Insufficient overlords. Allied forces in combat. Mutation complete.
The shuttles have been destroyed.
It reminds me of duck hunting back on Earth.
Hostile organisms approaching. Must secure perimeter. Allied forces.
Preparing a research vessel. Let's make this one count.
Not enough energy. Allied forces in combat.
Powering up. The wave of shuttles is bearing toward it.
We will not allow it to escape.
Allied forces in combat. Need more Vespine
You have
gas.
prevented the shuttle's escape.
Say good night.
Swarm forces under attack. Need more Vespine gas. Insufficient. Swarm forces under attack.
We have an enemy attack inbound.
In combat. not Allied forces in combat. Additional Vespene gas required. Allied forces in combat.
We hear you.
We've gathered the data we need. Thank you for the escort, commanders.
Perhaps now the enemy understands.
Must spawn. Swarm forces under attack. Allied forces in combat. Sequences spun. Swarm mutated. Allied forces in combat.
All 3 warp conduits are active. We must make haste to prevent their escape.
No Allied forces in combat. Enemy attack imminent. Prepare defenses.
A well-deserved victory. The shuttles have been eliminated.